Okay, once again, something a little bit different, because in response to my first video and the brief shot of the bookcase containing some computer repair manuals, in addition to all the awesome video game stuff, PushingUpRoses, who I gave a shout out to in part 4, if I remember correctly, well, Roses expressed interest in the computer manuals. She finds those things awesome, and I agree, so here they are. On video. I got these from my uncle when I got my new computer. This one is actually the most recent. This is from 1998. But the rest of these, well, the other two of these, are really old. So let's take a look. Shelby and Cashman, Computer Fundamentals for an Information Age. This is from... when is this from? Freaking 1984. Table of contents and introduction. What is a computer? What does a computer do? I think if we didn't know that, we don't... You know, this is from the 80s, so... Electronic mail. Lets users communicate with each other via their personal computer. Wow. This is old. This is really old. A Trona Attaché. Oh, the Apple Macintosh. Right here. TRS-80 pocket computer. Epson 20. The K-Pro. LGR knows a thing or two about that. And the IBM portable personal computer. TRS-80 model 100. That doesn't even look like a computer. Barely. It looks like a glorified calculator. I don't know. So yeah, these are all really old. The vast majority of stuff is out of date. Adding records by tape drive, I think. And that's how you did it back in the 80s, people. You didn't have flash drives. You didn't have CDs. You had tapes. This payroll file stored on tape. Oh god, if the files were still stored on tape, we would all be screwed. Someone could wreck your entire financial record with a strong magnet if files were still on tapes. So yeah, this is 1984. Oh wow, they have a whole thing about computer crime. That's still pertinent. The future. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, I could go into a whole spiel on that, but I won't because, is there any pages missing from this? No, they don't even have page numbers on here. It's just appendices and stuff. So yeah, that was Computer Fundamentals for an Information Age from Anaheim Publishing Company. This one looks to be even old. This is for Heathkit. LGR, if you're watching and you want to know more about Heathkit stuff, well, here's your book. 1985. You're after the first one. Heathkit Zenith Computer Services. So this is for a certain type of computer. Heathkit machines. Yes, signal handshaking. If I can find it. Right there. Signal handshaking. Serial timing considerations. Yeah, and my uncle actually used this as a textbook of sorts, because you can see his handwriting here. Back in the 80s when computers were just coming into vogue, I suppose you'd want to say. So yeah. So this is for knob activated controller, paddle, lever activated controller, kind of like the Atari. This is for self-centering joystick control. This is really interesting stuff. Light pins. I mean, it's ridiculously outdated, but more of his handwriting from when he used this last in the 80s. So yeah, this is pretty much... Wow, they talk about disk drive emulators. Kind of ahead of their time there. Right here. This is a Heathkit book. This is about how to do stuff with Heathkit computers. This is, you know, it's outdated, but it's interesting. Motorola Semiconductor products. I'm not going to show those in detail, because some of this stuff, yeah. So those two are from the 80s. This one is, as I've said before, from the 1990s, 1998. Bigelow's PC Technicians, Troubleshooting Pocket Reference. I actually had to use this one a day after I got my HP Pavilion because somehow or other one of the side panels was not connected correctly and one of the memory chipsets inside was screwed up. And I was freaking out until I read this. When a system starts but won't initialize, the power light is on but you hear 2 or more beeps. There is no video. Determine the beep code. That actually saved me a lot of time, a lot of trouble, and a lot of tears because I was able to Google HP Pavilion beep code error things and I found out that it was in fact a memory problem. So yeah, this is, again, this is outdated, but it's less outdated than those other two because this talks about floppy drives on the defragmentation. You are unable to access that. So this is basically if you have a computer from anything that uses Windows 95 or 98, up to 98 probably, you could probably use this to fix it without having to go online and call people. I think my finger might have been covering the microphone on that. Not ready, reading from drive. I mean, 3.1x. Actually, I think they just mentioned Windows 95. Let me check the glossary here. Did they mention Windows 98 at all? Windows 95. They don't mention Windows 98. We have stuff about virus protection. Again, this is old. Hold down the control key. Some of the Ripper virus. Never heard about that one. Yeah, oh, they mentioned Windows NT, which is kind of weird because I thought Windows NT came after Windows 98. I don't know. I don't keep track of that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is basically just a, I think they mentioned beep codes later on in this book. They don't mention HP beep codes. So these are actually pretty useful. I mean, if you have an older, if you're into DOS gaming and if you have an older computer, these can be very helpful. Sorry. 205, 210. So yeah, they have a chart of beep codes, but they don't have HP beep codes, which is kind of annoying. But this book did help me determine that it was a memory error with my HP Pavilion. I found out that I needed to look up the beep code somewhere, Googled it, and lo and behold, the day was saved. So yeah, that's these 3 computer repair manuals, reference books, whatever you want to call them. And this video was recorded at the, maybe not full-on suggestion, but at the, it was recorded as a response to Pushing Up Roses' comment about these computer manuals. So yeah, if you're watching this, Roses, this is my thank you for commenting on your video. A little not in-depth look at these books, but just a look at them as they are. So yeah, more videos coming eventually.